Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video, the video that you've all been waiting for. It comes around every year. It's Premier League predictions. Another year of making myself look like an absolute idiot in front of camera on what I think and where I think these teams will finish. I'm predicting the teams from first all the way down to 20th in the Premier League. Who I think will win the league and who I think will go down. And starting off in 20th place with Hull City. Now, Hull have come up from the Championship through the playoffs by beating Middlesbrough 1-0. This year is the first time they've been in the Premier League for, I think, 10 years, 10 years. So, they are hoping to stay up. Obviously, I think this league this year is going to be quite tight this year between Champions League, the winners of the league, who's going to go down, all that kind of jazz. But Hull are probably going to go down. I don't think they have made as good as recruitment than other teams have. I think the odd signing's been good for them, but I think they're just not going to have enough to stay up in the league. And I think their manager will be sacked this season. I don't know when, but I think he will be sacked. So Hull are going 20th, rock bottom. And another team who's come up, who I'm putting in 19th, is Ipswich. Again, another team who are a bit like yo-yo. They go up, they come down. I think when they came up about 2 or 3 seasons ago, they got the odd result that was good. I think they beat the likes of, I think they beat Liverpool. No, they didn't beat Liverpool, sorry. But like Arsenal, Man United, they were so close to getting points off of them, off the big teams. They won the odd game against the likes of Palace, Newcastle, Brighton, Everton, them sort of teams. But I think coming up to the Championship, coming up to the Premier League from the Championship is hard to stay up because so many teams in the Premier League now are just so good, and their squad, anyone's squad is just unbelievable, and the players that are in there now is phenomenal. So Ipswich go 19th for me, and 18th. This is going to come to a surprise for a lot of you, maybe not, but in 18th I have put Fulham. Obviously Fulham, I've been in the Premier League for quite a few years now, around 7 to 8 years. They've just got rid of their manager. They got rid of their manager about a month ago, Marco Silva. Raul Jimenez left Fulham. It's not looking good. I think the recruitment as well hasn't been great. I think the manager that they've got in, you just don't know. I think most managers who come in with the likes of Fulham, obviously Palace have got a new manager, Newcastle have got a new manager, Forest have got a new manager. The teams like that, obviously Palace and Fulham, for example, they've both got new managers who haven't had experience with the Premier League. So I think Fulham will struggle this year. I think they will get a few wins, but I just can't see them staying up. I think if they made maybe 3-4 maybe good signings, and they might have a chance of staying up, but I think they've let go of too many players, and obviously the manager's gone. Marco Silva, to be fair, he was a brilliant manager for Fulham. He kept them up. Well, I could say kept them up. They nearly got Europa League, Conference League. They've always been mid-table-ish, but I think this year they're going to go down. I think it's going to be another Premier League team that's been in there for a while. I think they're going to go down. 17th, Crystal Palace. Again, another team who have got rid of the manager, Oliver Glasner, who has won them 3 trophies, a Community Shield, an FA Cup, and a Europa Conference League. Yet again, it's his decision of going. I think the recruitment hasn't been great. I mean, if you're bringing in McNeil, I mean, there's something going wrong there. So I think Crystal Palace haven't got the squad like they had about 2 years ago. Obviously, Mark Gay left. You've got Eze, who's left. Mateta, I think Mateta's left as well. He might still be there. I might be wrong there. I think he is still there, but he's looking to go if anything. But the manager that they've got in again hasn't got a lot of experience in the Premier League, so that's what I'm basing it off. I think they will stay up, but they'll have a really bad season. In 16th, Newcastle United, again another team who has let go of their manager in Eddie Howe, who's been there for a very long time, around 5 years, 6 years. Eddie Howe has done well for the club. He's got them Champions League 2 or 3 times. He's won them a trophy. He's probably had one of the best squads in the league at one point. Obviously, they had Alexander Isak, Guimaraes, Joe Linton, they've still got him, Tonali, they had Gordon, they had such a good squad, and now all of it is just being thrown away. Obviously, they've got the money for it. I think they must have got around 350 million from the players that they've sold. Obviously, Gordon left for about 70-80 million. Guimaraes, who left for 75 million. Tonali, who left for 100 million. So yeah, they've still got Lewis Hall. That's one thing for sure. I think. But Lewis Hall is probably one of the best left backs in the league. I'm surprised no one's gone in for him. But Newcastle are going to struggle this season without, I'd say, a good manager. The guy who's come in again from Saudi, he won't have a lot of experience in the Prem. So I'm going to put them quite low. Newcastle have always been between the top 4 and between 4th and 10th for the past 5 seasons. So it's going to be a change for this season. I think they'll dip quite a bit. 15th, Nottingham Forest. Again, another team who will dip. Obviously, they had a bad season last season. I think they'll do a little bit better than they did last season. Obviously, Oliver Glasner in charge, who was obviously ex-Crystal Palace manager. No Elliot Anderson, so he's left the club for 116 million. I just think Forest have got to make more signings, and I think Glasner will do well with them. Obviously, it's his first season, so he's getting used to the style of play, what the players want him to play. You've also got, like, the defence looks good. They've got that Murillo at the back who looks solid. Eno, I think, at left back. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Nico Williams at right back, ex-Liverpool player, who's really good. So they've got the team there. I just think they need a few more signings. I definitely think they need a goal scorer. Obviously, Chris Wood, he's not. I think it's Chris Wood. Chris Wood. It's not. Yeah, it's not the best. I think they do need to make more recruitment. But like I say, I think they will stay up. I don't think they've got anything to worry about. I think if they pick up results in the first 10 games, I think they'll do alright. 14th, Coventry City now. Manager Frank Lampard took them to a championship title last season. I think it was never in doubt. I think once Frank Lampard came through the door, you almost knew that he was going to do bits for Coventry, and he's got them up straight away. I think the recruitment's been good. Obviously, they've just signed that Owoni, who came from Nottingham Forest. Again, that's a good signing. I think they've got Sims as well up top, so they've got a good side. I think they will stay up, and I think they'll surprise a few people. I think they could get the odd result against City, Liverpool, United. You never know. I think they'll be one of the dark horses this year. I think they'll excite a lot of people. They'll make people want to watch them, and I think that's what you need from a new promoted side like Coventry. So I'm putting them 14th. In 13th, my favourite team, who I always put them down every season, Brentford. Now, Brentford, I watched them the other night against, in their friendly, they won 7-0. It was Frankfurt, I believe, they won 7-0. They played really well. They've got such a good squad. I think, to be honest, I think they've got one of the best strikers in the Premier League in Thiago. I think he's so good up top. I'm surprised no one's been banging on the doors for him, like the likes of Liverpool. Obviously, I would have liked him. Tottenham could do with a striker, but no, I think Brentford will do well. They're a bang average mid-table side. They always pick up a win now and again, win lose, sort of team like that. But they do well every season. I think they surprise a lot of people with some of the results that they do get, and I think they'll come 13th this season. In 12th, I have got Bournemouth. Now Bournemouth were very exciting to watch last season. I've put them a bit lower than they was last season because Andoni Iraola has left to Liverpool, and I think the style of play will change completely. I don't know if it'll be more attacking than it was under Iraola. If it is, then wow, we've got a good team coming from Bournemouth, but not some nice kits. Let's put it that way. Bournemouth, I think, will do quite well this year. I think they've got Evan Nielsen up top, Shurupi, I think. Kruppy. I think that's how you spell his name. Another good player. I think Arsenal was looking at him. Also, Alex Scott, who was linked to Arsenal. I think Bournemouth have got such a good squad. They have got potential to go up there for Champions League. I honestly do. Not now, but I think in the next couple of years. Bournemouth are going 12th. In 11th, we have got Everton. Now Everton have made good signings. They brought in Brennan Johnson, I believe, from Crystal Palace. That was a swap deal with McNeil. Obviously, Grealish has left on his loan from Man City. And yeah, I think Everton this year are going to have a bang average season. They'll get the good odd win. I think they're exciting to watch at times. Obviously, when they're playing on a Super Sunday against the likes of Chelsea, City, Liverpool, Merseyside derby, they always put up a good performance against the bigger teams. I also think they were lacking at the back end of last season. I think they were losing more games from the back end of last season against the teams that they shouldn't have been getting beat to. Obviously, they got a draw against City last season. They got beat to Liverpool both times. But no, I think Everton will have a bang average season. I think Moyes will do well again. He's getting on a bit as Moyes, so I don't know if he'll leave or get sacked. I don't think he will. I think this season they'll just steady in mid-table. So Everton go 11th. In 10th, Brighton, Hove Albion, another team very bang average. I think the recruitment hasn't been great. Obviously, they've let go of Van Hecken. I mean, it's a great move for Tottenham, but it's a bad move for Brighton. I think if they'd have kept him, they'd have been more stable at the back. Obviously, I don't think they're as stable as they are now. I think Brighton will have a good season, but they are lacking with signings. I do think they need to make some more signings. But that's it for Brighton. I think they'll come 10th. 9th, a team that will shock you here, Leeds United. I think they will finish quite highly this season. I think from last season you could see there was potential in some of the players. I think the likes of Calvert-Lewin, who was striking him in. I think Leeds are a very good side. They've got a very good squad, obviously adding James Trafford to that, so I think they'll get more clean sheets than they did last season. And I think Leeds are going to be a surprise package this season. I think they're so good under pressure. At Ellen Road as well, they hardly lose there. It's a fortress. I think any team that goes there is hard. Obviously, they drew against Liverpool last season. I think they drew against United at home as well. But they got some really good results last season, and I think they'll do quite well this year. I don't know what you all think, but Leeds are going 9th. A team that did so well last season, I had to put them back up there. Sunderland go 8th. They had a fabulous season last season. They've obviously got Europe, so that might impact the league. Obviously, they've got Granit Xhaka, who is unbelievable. I think he is one of the best captains in the league. I think he's so passionate with the ball, off the ball. He's a proper leader, and I think that's what Sunderland need, a proper leader. Obviously, if they wouldn't have had that last season, God knows what would have happened. You've also got Dan Ballard at the back, solid centre back. I think Sunderland are a joy to watch, especially at the Stadium of Light. And I think they'll finish 8th. I don't know what the impact will be on Europa League. I think they'll go quite far in Europa League, actually. I think they do quite well in that. So Sunderland go 8th. In 7th, I've got Tottenham Hotspur. So last season, finishing obviously in 17th, probably the worst season they've had for a long time. The recruitment this season has been brilliant. They brought in Tonali, Van Hecken, Robertson. They've got such a good squad now. I think they can build around that. Obviously, I think they do need a new striker if they haven't got one already. Obviously, Richarlison's still there. But I think Tottenham's recruitment has been unbelievable. I think that's what's going to push them on to possibly get Europe this season. I think they'll surprise a lot of people. I think they'll beat some of the bigger teams because they didn't do that last season. They got the odd draw against City, but I think Tottenham do really well this season. Obviously, that is 10 places higher than there was last season, so we'll have to see how they do. But the recruitment's been done really well. I think the best signing for me is probably Tonali. What a signing! Also Robertson as well. I watched him in a pre-season friendly the other day against Hoffenheim, which they won. And it's just unbelievable. Obviously, they've got rid of a few players, like Jed Spence, who's gone to Inter Milan, Romero, who's gone to Atletico Madrid. But it looks good. You're on the up, Tottenham. I don't think you'll win a Premier League for a long time. But this season will be really good for you, and I think you'll come 7th. 6th, I put Aston Villa in 6th. Now, I've dropped them lower than there was last season, just by a bit. I think it was only 2 places, sorry. I think the only reason why they'll struggle a bit more, obviously they've got rid of Rodgers. Obviously you can't tell on what a team's going to do around one player leaving. 117 million, so they've definitely got the money there. I don't know what the recruitment's like. I actually haven't looked to see who they've bought yet. But Villa, I think, will have another good season. I think they'll do well in the Champions League. Are they in the Champions League? I think they are in the Champions League. So they do well in that, but I think they might drop off a bit from where they were last season. So Aston Villa in 6th. Now, obviously, if you watched my video a few weeks ago talking about Manchester City, I did say they might win the league. And I had to change my prediction from watching them the other day because the game that they played in the Community Shield, which they got beat 3-0 to Arsenal, was absolutely atrocious. The way our Man City played, it was awful, and I put Man City 5th. It was absolutely awful. I think the tactics from what Maresca are using to Pep is completely different. There's been one thing with Pep Guardiola's style of play, is whenever someone's on the ball, don't matter who it is, for example, Ruben Diaz on the ball, he'll always have 2 options to pass the ball to. For example, Nico O'Reilly will make a run to receive the ball, or he'll have Gay on his other side. So he's got 2 options to pass the ball. But under Maresca, it was so rushed. The passing was rushed. It was trying to get the ball as far as they could up the pitch, and if they couldn't, they'd hoof it up the pitch. Haaland, again, is just... he hasn't got a right foot, let's just put it that way. Phil Foden, atrocious. Doku, he tried to get into the game, but he just couldn't. I think he went off injured, actually. So that's Doku. Grealish came on for a bit, he did really bad. And Elliot Anderson, I mean, he had the odd good touch and pass. Apart from that, he's not doing very good. I think Man City are going to ruin again another player in Elliot Anderson. They did the same with Calvin Phillips. And I think Man City are really going to struggle this season. I think you won't see him getting the results like they did under Pep. Obviously, they went on a winning streak of God knows how many games at home, for example. I think, don't count me on this, but I think they went on like over 60, maybe even 70 games without losing at home. It's just incredible what run Pep Guardiola did. Now under Maresca, I can't see him getting anywhere near the title. I think there'll be at least 20 to 30 points off the title this season. From watching them the other night, it was horrendous. It's not the Man City that I've been watching for the past 10 years. But Man City go 5th. In 4th, I've gone for Liverpool, Andoni Iraola's new side in Liverpool, who was obviously at Bournemouth last season. His style of play, from watching him under Bournemouth, was phenomenal. Very attacking. That's what Liverpool need. Obviously, they had it under Jurgen Klopp. Slot last season, God, did not have that. But this season will be a lot better, and I think we'll be closer to the title. I think the top 4, the points-wise, is going to be really, really tight. I think Liverpool will do really well. The recruitment's been going really well. You've got the likes of Xhaka coming in. He was on a loan deal last season, but he joined this season. You've also got Arojo, I think that's his name, from Barcelona, who signed him on a loan. Leone's coming back from injury. Obviously, the only game he played was Southampton, and he got a horrible injury, ACL, I believe. Ekitike is still injured. Munoz has come in as well. He looks very good. And the Barcola deal is still not done. I'm sure we put a bid in for him of 130 million. I don't know if that's confirmed, but that's the bid that we're lining up, and it mustn't have been sent. But Barcola is looking to come to Liverpool, and if that does happen, I think possibly I would put them 3rd if they get him and possibly another midfielder. Obviously, I would have loved Semenyo before he went to City. I'd love Elliot Anderson before he went to City, but we just are so slow with buying players. It's ridiculous. Liverpool's style of play is going to be completely different this year. Proper go on, score goals, not score a goal, sit back, let them score, let them get back into the game like Slot did. Slot ruined everyone. Salah's left, Konate's left, Robertson's left. Like the half of the team's gone. Ekitike's coming back from injury. Engamoa's looking sharp. So Liverpool go 4th for me. I'm not going to brag on about Liverpool for the next 15 minutes. But Liverpool go 4th for me. Now 3rd, I'm going to put Chelsea. I think this transfer market has been, again, spending so much money. But I think under Xabi Alonso, I think they'll do really well. I think the style of play is going to be different. I think he'll play different plays to what previous managers have played. They've got the likes of Caicedo, Cole Palmer, Lavia, Colwell. You've got, like I said, who just come in, Lacroix from Crystal Palace for 45 million. I mean, I'd have loved him at Liverpool, but yeah, again, Chelsea just like to buy everyone. Morgan Rogers for 117 million. It's incredible what recruitment that they've done, and they still can't get Champions League. I mean, they didn't get it last season. They've spent so much money. They've got no financial fair play bans or anything from how much they've been spending. So if I was them, I'd knuckle down and try and go for the title, because they've probably got the best squad depth in the league. I mean, the amount of money they've spent is just beyond ridiculous. And they've still got Enzo Fernandez, who could have left to City. So, just take the midfield, for example. Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and Lavia. What a midfield 3 that is. With Cole Palmer up top, Rodgers on the right. I don't know who you'd put on the left. But that is an unbelievable team. It's just incredible. I think they should go on to win the league. Well, try this season. I think they'll do a lot better than they did last season. Chelsea go 3rd. Now my top 2 is between Arsenal and United. I don't think it'll be as close as like Liverpool have had with City, or City with Arsenal. But In second, I've gone with Manchester United. I think the recruitment's been really well. They brought in Santos. They brought in two other players, as in Tielemans. I mean, they've done so well. I mean, it's only two players, but they're really good still. Marcus Rashford's come in. Obviously, there's still there's only 3 days to the Premier League, so if Man United want to get someone else, they better do it quick. But I think the signings have been done really well. They're very good players. They've kept majority of the players that they had last season. Michael Carrick did such a good job when he came in, taking them from 11th to 3rd. I just think they'll do really well this season. I think the gap between Arsenal, well, I put Arsenal as champions again, but the points between United and Arsenal will be about 7. I think it'll be about 7. 7 or 8, possibly. But I think the thing that Man United just don't have is the going on to win the league. They don't do it like a Man City where they'll go on like a 15 winning streak at the end of the season. They don't do it. And I think that's what champions need to do. Arsenal, well, I'll talk on to Man United for a bit more, but Carrick did so well last season, and I think he'll carry on that. He's got his own he's brought in his own players that he's wanted. His style of play, he's been doing that since January, so the team will be used to it. Bruno Fernandes is about to sign a new deal. The club is on the up, unfortunately. Don't like Man United, but the club is on the up, and I think give it a few more years and they probably will win a Premier League title. And in first, Arsenal, they're going to retain the Premier League. They're going to go back to back. I just think they've got the best squad in the league. I think as well they've got one of the best squad depths in the league, along with Chelsea. Their team is incredible. They've brought in so many good players. Bruno Guimaraes. They've kept the likes of Saka, who I thought might have gone this season. Calafiori, who's turning into a one hell of a player. You've also got Gabriel Saliba's injured, coming back. Timber's injured, who's going to be coming back. You've also got Gyökeres. I think the thing is with Gyökeres, he's not an out-and-out goal scorer. I think that's what Arsenal need. They've got Kai Havertz. Again, he's not an out-and-out goal scorer. He's more of an attacking midfielder, pushing for a striker, false 9. You've also got the likes of... they've signed someone else on the left, but I can't remember his name. Sorry for forgetting that. But they've got the likes of Guimaraes. Again, he did so well at Newcastle. Such a passionate player. That's what Arsenal need. Declan Rice and Odegaard. That midfield 3 will win them the league. I think if 2 of them get injured, possibly they might dip. But they've got the best midfield 3 in the league by a country mile. And David Raya in goal. One of the best keepers in the league. From watching him last year, I think some of the saves that he made was phenomenal. And that's why I think they're going to retain the Premier League title, unfortunately. But it is what it is. And the credit that I'm going to give them to Arsenal is that they're going to win it again. They've kept the manager. The tactics are going to be the same. They brought in better players. They'll have more fight, and I think they'll have more fight to go on and even win a Champions League this year. I think they'll come close. I don't think they'll win it this year, but I think they'll come close again. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching this Premier League predictions. I've been going on for a while, so I'm going to have a little rest. So if you have liked the video, please do like, please do subscribe. Get your comments in the get your predictions in the comments. Who you think will win the league? I'll give you that one. Who's going to win the Premier League for the 26-27 season? I'm going to be doing my predictions for game week 1 on Friday night. Obviously the first game is Arsenal Coventry, and I will also be doing ranking Premier League away kits on Thursday, and also there's a matchday vlog for York City Rotherham on Saturday. So busy week ahead. Please do turn on the notification bell as well. It notifies you whenever I upload a video. So thanks everyone for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.